We're here today in the record shop talking to my very dear friend Chantel Thompson, Larry Stafford, Spencer Evans. Sitting here talking to Alex Vissia. So, I'm here today in the record shop, sitting here talking to Alex Vissia. She's a performer who's playing at the Ale House tonight, and she's kindly come in and done a little performance, and now we're going to have a little chat with her just to ask something about her history as music lover and supporter of music. How are you today?
I'm good. Yeah, short drive. 2.5 hours is nothing, so, you know, feeling good.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Kingston. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Zap Records. And we're going to get started by asking, do you remember possibly what your first record was?
Okay, first record. Well, first of all, as a kid, I grew up with CDs mostly. And the one that stands out to me the most was, like, Britney Spears.
Yep.
The one where she's, like, sitting on the floor. I don't know if that was self-titled or not.
It's an older one.
It's an older, yeah, it's like one of the first ones.
The first one.
So that is one that always sticks with me, honestly. Yeah, as one of my first CDs that I actually like owned, I think. But I think before that, I remember having Hanson on cassette. You know the one with Mbop? Yeah, that as well. So
you started off with pop groups. Did these inspire you to want to be a singer?
Yes, definitely. I think. I mean, there was always music playing in my house as a kid because my mom just always had music going on, and my dad likes music too, but my mom was really, I think, the big influence. And then I have two sisters, so, you know, the coffee table was the stage. Somewhere Over the Rainbow was crooned like a million times. Yeah, so, and lots of Disney sing-along cassettes too. Like The Lion King was a hot one in our house.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, my parents had a lot of music, so.
So you mentioned a couple things. Were there some other bands that influenced you personally, artists that kind of guided you in the early part of your career?
Yeah, well, I started writing songs when I was quite young, at the age of 12. But when I really started to get into songwriting, I think, like, so I grew up in, like, kind of country music more and kind of folkier styles, roots. But one that really made an impact on me is Josh Ritter.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I saw him in concert for the first time when I was 17, I think, and I've seen him a bunch of times since. I was just, like, really taken by the way he writes. It's very narrative, but it's very poetic, and I was just like, man, that's really inspiring to me. So I saw his poster that he signed for me once, so.
So you've seen him in concert a few
times. I have, yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't in more recent years been following as much because my tastes have kind of grown and changed a bit towards more pop, I guess, music. So it's kind of funny to think, like, as a kid, pop music was the thing I was drawn towards. And I've kind of come full circle, it seems like, so.
So who would be someone you listen to now that you think is interesting?
Oh, this is always the hardest question because you know how you listen to music all the time and then you're like, okay, but what do I listen to? But really anything from, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm just going to go like super mainstream for a moment here because I've been really studying up on, pop music, pop writing. And so like one artist I love so much is The Weeknd.
Okay.
Because I just love the production on those. There's lots of lush synths in there these days, and like you can dance to the music. And speaking of dance music, I'm a big fan of Robin, another one. So that's a couple for sure. And then I listen to a lot of R&B and kind of soul influenced music too, because just some of those singers are so incredible. Like, Jasmine Sullivan is a newer one that I just, the way she sings, I'm just like, man, I could only dream.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed actually the Black Pumas. Are you familiar with the Black Pumas?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they kind of have that like neo soul kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Black Pumas, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you seem to have a long history in making music. Did you have any earlier bands that you were in?
Actually, I did. Well, as I said, like I have two younger sisters. Yeah. So when I was about 12, I'm the oldest. There's about a 4-year gap across me and the youngest, but we had a family trio together called the Vissia sisters, which was very adorable. And yeah, we had a family band together for probably about 8 years and recorded music together, a few EPs, and then eventually a full length. And then by that point we were teenagers and had kind of our own agendas going on. So the group kind of dissolved. But one of my sisters tours with me, sings backups and plays some instruments, and so we're all very close still. But yeah, that was like the main one for me was that's where I started. And like, yeah, I started just playing in the retirement homes in my hometown, Stony Plain, Alberta, and because we couldn't play bars yet, so. But yeah, so it's been a ride so far. That was a long time ago now, I guess.
So your current band is on tour.
Yeah.
How long have you been together?
So essentially I'm a solo artist, and then with this lineup though I have 5 other musicians joining me, and they're all incredible, all just great people, just all team players. It's really, really awesome. But yeah, it kind of varies because like my drummer, Nick Davies, has been playing with me since day one of my solo career, which started in 2011. And then one of my other singers, Janelle Leaf, she just started playing with me earlier this year. As I mentioned, my sister, who I've known for a long time. And then I have a guitar player, Gareth Gilliland, and bass player, Alex Vissia. And this is their first tour with this material. And Gareth, it's his first tour ever, actually. So it's kind of fun to have that experience.
Are you supporting a new record?
I am, yeah. I put out a record called With Pleasure, April 30th of this year. And it's a full length. I pressed vinyl and everything, and released it. You know, when I couldn't really get out and play a release show or do a tour yet, but it was just kind of, we made the plans to do it and put it out, and so now it's just really, it's really cool to be able to actually have a tour.
Is it a fairly major tour then? You're doing most of Canada?
With this one, it's just a couple weeks, but essentially it was built around some dates where I was asked to join USS on 3 Ontario dates and 3 Alberta dates. So we kind of built it around that. So there's a huge gap between Alberta and Ontario, and we will drive across it again. But hopefully in the winter, like in the new year, kind of looking at doing more of a cross Canada kind of endeavor. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with all of your music endeavors.
Thank you.
It's really been nice to have you in the store today.
Thanks for having me.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it.
Awesome.
Cool.